Every year as a Packers fan, I get my hopes up that maybe there's a potential possibility that they're going to win a Super Bowl. They're going to go to a Super Bowl. And every single year, I become defeated and I get angry and livid as a fan. Let's talk about this game real quick. The Packers were winning this game. At halftime of this game, I think it was like 21-3 or 21-6. They were up by more than 10 points. And they were up by a lot going into the second half of this game. It looked like the Packers were going to win this game. However, all of a sudden, in the second half of this game, Brandon McManus, who came from the Jacksonville Jaguars, missed a bunch of field goals, missed a bunch of different stuff. The special teams do a terrible job. We've had issues with these special teams for years with Green Bay. The playing, the coverage on the defense did not look great tonight. Though they did, I will say, look actually a little better. And they've had the last couple games. But tonight was one of the biggest chokes I have seen from the Green Bay Packers. It felt just as bad as when the Green Bay Packers lost against the Seattle Seahawks in 2015. When we had the lead in the second half of that game. We should have been going to that Super Bowl against the Patriots in 2015. We should have been going to that. We lost that. And early in this season, at one point, the Packers were 9-3-1 after the 13th game of the year. I believe at the time we were leading the division as an organization. Guess what happened? We crumbled, we choked, and lost 5 straight games. 5 straight games. Totally unacceptable. Now, to be fair, there were a lot of injuries that happened. Jordan Love had to miss a bunch of games. Micah Parsons was out. That was a major loss for the Packers. Other people were out. Josh Jacobs is out for a while. Tucker Kraft was out. But you had people like Zach Tommy in your organization. You had other really good players playing at that time. You had Christian Watson continuing to play, who's been playing really good this year, has been playing really well the last couple of years. And it seems like every single year as a Packers team, when we have a great chance and a strong opportunity, we were at one point one of the favorites going into the Super Bowl. I said this last year. I don't know if I said it on this channel, but I said last year that this team, especially with bringing Micah Parsons in going into this season, I said that this team is going to be one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. And it looked like that was going to be the case this year. It looked like the Packers were finally, after 11, it's been 15 years. 2011 was the last time the Packers won the Super Bowl. It's been 15 years. I thought this year was going to be the year. Just like I felt other years, like 2015 when we were really good. Or 2012, it looked like we had a really good shot of going back-to-back after having one of the best records in the NFL. And we had those issues under Mike McCarthy. And I thought when Matt LaFleur came into this organization, I was really excited about it. Then you've got Richie, who's doing a lot of the special team stuff. And Brandon McManus has been awful this year. Been missing field goals left, right, and center. Luke Haversager, whatever his name is, needs to come in and be the guy there. You can't keep Brandon McManus in this organization. He has to go. You need to fire Brandon McManus. I'm sorry, Brandon McManus, he's got to go. You have to fire him. And I'm not sure if Matt LaFleur is going to have a job at this point. He could have another year, but this next year is his last chance. Because at some point, you got to make changes. We got to start letting these people make the moves internally because we don't have the cap size going as free agency. There's been so much money on getting Micah Parsons this year, and we all were really hoping and praying that it was going to happen in 2025 going into this year. Instead, we crumble again. Every year, we should not have lost this game. How do you choke a game this badly? I've watched so many of these games as a Packers fan where they've had the game won. They were easy going to win, and they choke it every time. How do you give up that many points in the second half? You gave up 25 points in the second half of this game. 25. Every year, bro. Every year I get my hopes up as a fan of this organization. I have been a Packers fan since I was a kid. I want this team to succeed. That's why I'm so frustrated because I get my hopes up every year as a Packers fan. I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan. Even though I haven't watched NFL as much, but I've been a Packers fan since I was a kid. I want to see the Green Bay Packers win, just like I want to see the St. Louis Cardinals get their stuff together. Correlation between the two, by the way, they haven't won a World Series or the big event in their series in 15 years. It's been 15 years. Now we gotta wait for year 16 where the Packers maybe, just maybe, might finally get it done. Woohoo! I can't wait to watch the Packers and potentially do again, just have another great season. We have to do something. It's every year. As a Packers fan, it's every year that I'm just disappointed. Oh my God. It's frustrating. As a fan, I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of getting my hopes up every year, thinking this is the year. This is a year. Cowboys fans feel like this all the time. They think it's going to be the year. Difference is Packers have been stronger than the Cowboys in recent years. I just want this team to freaking get it together. That's all I want at this point. I want this team to turn around, and I want this team to change. We've got to do something about this. It's crazy. Every year as a Packers fan, I want hope. I want to win a Super Bowl. It ain't happening this year. I'm so irritating and it's so frustrating as a fan. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. I apologize for getting so livid. I just have to rant a little bit because it's every year. Make the changes. Get this stuff figured out. Please, Green Bay, stop. Get people. Hire some coaches that are free agents. I'm not sure if John Harbaugh will come in and fix all the issues if he comes in. That's another thing you could look at. Get the special teams coach let go. Figure it out and get this stuff sorted out. Keep Jordan Love on the teams. I think Jordan had an all right night. Jordan can't do everything on his own. Jaden Reed dropped the ball at one point. It's just, this team just frustrates the crap out of me so much, man. It just frustrates me every year. I think it's going to be the year, and they don't get it done. So irritating and so frustrating.